women, we want to feel loved and protected.
Yeah.
That's all we want in a relationship. Men, it do not take much. Love and protected. Like, don't be matching no energy.
They say life is 1090. 10% of what happens, and 90% of how you respond. Yo, I'm trying to elevate.
What would you say is the key to a successful long-term relationship?
The key for my success, I would say communicating, trust, building trust, loyalty, and respect.
So me and my wife, we've been married 14 years. The number one thing that has sustained us over the years has been we have always been able to maintain our individuality. Like, we never lost who we were in the relationship. Like, she's always allowed me to do me, and I always allow her to do her, which boils down to trust at the end of the day.
Trust. And you said the key thing, be yourself. Just because you start dating and get married doesn't mean things change.
Right.
You know, like
Absolutely,
a lot
yeah.
of people, right? Just continue to be you.
Who you were to
And that's
begin
how
with.
my relationship lasts.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how me and my husband going strong. He do not try to control me. A lot of people feel like, oh, you can't dress a certain way or you can't do this. I'm always going to respect my husband. But at the end of the day, he's not controlling. He's not telling me what I can wear. He's not jealous. And a lot of that's actually kills a relationship too, jealousy. I feel like jealousy kills, that will kill a relationship. Like we was talking earlier, you will be surprised how many people in a relationship and they not together, like they're either in competition or jealousy. Right, you got to be on the same page when you're in a relationship. That's the only way it's going to work. So yes, that's how me and my husband going strong.
Do y'all practice like traditional gender roles, or is it more of like a combination of y'all just support each other? Y'all pick up on each other's strengths and weaknesses.
I grew up, my parents, they've been together 40 plus years, almost 50 years. So I grew up seeing my mom like, you know, cater to my dad if he's the breadwinner and making the money, have his meals cooked. And that's what I do. I let my husband, you know, be the man and I fill the shoes with the woman. I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean. Yes, he helped, but I don't pressure him to help. As a wife, I want to make him happy. I cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna take care of the kids, which he's awesome with the kids, you know, as far as like taking them to practice. He's a awesome dad. Right, but I don't pressure to feel like as a wife, I want to cater to my man. Like I cook for him. I'm going to cook for him. I want him to do him with the kids. And hey, babe, I got the rest. Don't even worry about trying to come in and, you know, help cook or whatever, because I grew up with my mom loving my dad. Like that's what I saw as a child. So yes, it's in me. Like even now, my husband never fixed his plate, never. And when we with other married couples, they like, some you fix your own, and it's like, no, like I don't do that. I cater to my man.
Do y'all believe in love languages?
Yes.
Me too. I do too.
You do?
Yes.
Now,
So what is yours? What's your love language?
My love language is touch. Touchy. Like that's my love language. Like,
Touch, you like that.
and my husband
Physical
know
affection.
that. Yes, physical affection, touch.
I like to be served, and I like gifts. I feel like you can have multiple serving gifts. That's what I
Just
like.
agree there, boy.
I'm a greedy boy.
Yes, he's
Yeah, I want them all. I want them all.
and
Hey, man.
gifts.
I'm supposed to pay tithes to the king.
It's important to know because, again, it's communication, right? Like you
Right.
said, it was one of your major key factors in having longevity in your relationship. And
Right.
one thing that I had to work on over time was understanding that, like, those are the way that I receive love, but that doesn't necessarily, and that's how love shows up on my radar.
Right.
Right.
So when I think to give love, I think in those terms. You feel what I'm saying? And I learned that when you give love, you can't give it the language that you know, love, and understand.
Right.
You have to give it in the way that the person can receive it. You follow me? That's it. And that helped me a lot. Yeah, it was like, damn, man, that's such. It's like,
Yeah.
that ain't what she
But people naturally will want to show love the way they like to receive love.
Exactly.
And oftentimes, especially in a relationship, you have to understand your partner and understand what works for them. I feel like with guys, it's something that we like to operate under the code. Like, I show that I love you by my actions every day. Like, I go to work and I come home to you. I don't step outside of this relationship. That's how I show my love to you. But that's not necessarily always good enough for a woman. She need to hear you say,
Yes.
baby, I love you.
Yeah.
We all agree that having a relationship is an essential part of life, right?
Right.
100%.
Right? In the beginning, God created Adam and Eve, right? Right? No matter what you're into, we weren't created to be alone. We was created to have a companion, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And if we all realize that this is important, why aren't we having better conversations? Why aren't we being taught and how to properly communicate with other human beings? Why isn't this like a subject that should come up earlier? You feel me? Like, communication is key. That was like one of your number ones for having longevity in your relationship.
Right.
You follow me? And we just said that you can communicate, or you can be with the right person and clearly be speaking a different language, have a language barrier in your relationship. You know what I mean? So I feel like these are essential tools and skills, that should be covered. Like when you meet somebody, because I didn't hear about this stuff till like probably right before we got married and like counseling.
Man.
And it also good to sit down and talk to each other, like ask questions, how you feeling? How you feeling today? Is anything bothering you?
Check in, yeah.
So I do that a lot in my marriage. Like we kind of sit down, even if it's at the end of the day or we just laying in bed, we kind of, ask each other those questions. Me as a wife, of course, I ask every day, like, how was your day? How you feeling? Anything bothering you or whatever? Because my husband, he's the same. He also will hold things in.
Yeah.
Because once again, like we said, men feel like they can't express themselves.
We don't really know how to sometimes.
Right.
I got a question for both of you. Because y'all both have relationships that I admire and respect. 2 questions. One, when it comes down to like dinner in the evening, when you grew up, did y'all eat dinner together?
My mom cooked. You didn't. Me personally, I had that. My mom cooked every day.
Yeah.
Dinner every day.
And y'all sat down to eat?
And we sat down as a family.
To eat?
To eat.
That's dope.
So that's kind of like, I saw that growing up.
Yeah.
To me, that only happens in movies.
Right?
No.
Yeah. So you didn't sit down and eat that way? No. I'm going somewhere.
Bro.
All right. I didn't either. So, but you did.
My mom cooked, but we would.
Y'all ate on your own.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
All right. So let me ask you. Because in my house, my mom cooked, but we didn't sit down and eat together. We can literally be, or if we ate together, we was in front of the TV like watching Martin, because she took me to practice and stuff like that.
Right.
So by the time you get home, she probably put the food on before you went to the football game. And after the game or practice, whatever, you came home and you ate like in front of the TV. But in your marriage, do y'all eat dinner together?
No.
Okay,
No,
cool.
no, we do. We just don't sit at a table.
Yeah, but y'all eat together.
Yes.
And y'all vibe.
Yes.
With no distractions.
Right.
Right. So it's not like you eating and you and your phone sharing her phone.
No.
What about y'all?
We sit down as a family and eat.
Yeah.
And kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Man, y'all so Cosby.
But the thing about it, it's so funny to me because
I'm over here taking notes too of what to do.
listen, I'm saying, like, seriously, it's funny because when I hear people water down marriage so bad, and it's like,
keep going.
I can't relate.
Because I think I might be people.
I'm just sorry. I just cannot relate. Like, me and my husband, like, we're good. Like, all this bad stuff I hear about other people, and like I said, they make marriage so bad, and then you have other women that haven't been married, like, they like, oh, I don't never want to get married, or I'm good. They got the mind like, I'm good. I love the single life, this and that. No, sweetheart, like I feel like every woman deserves love. Every woman deserves marriage. So my thing is like I'm good. Like my marriage is good. Like I'm thankful.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
very
Yeah,
thankful. Like yes, we sit down
yeah.
and have dinner. Yes, we
You
vibe
you
with
you
the
you 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 got an opportunity to see a great marriage, not just on TV.
right.
I can speak from my perspective
Right.
how it gets watered down, right? I believe in marriage. I believe in love, and I feel like every
Yes.
individual should do that. But I've already messed up one marriage, 0 for 1. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
With Peyton's mom. So, and my mom and my dad got divorced when I was 2.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
She got remarried probably when I was like 9, something like that, right after my granddaddy died. So my mom, so as far as my experience in my
Right.
life, I saw my mom and my dad, they got divorced when I was 2. My stepdaddy came in when I was like 9, and their relationship was like, I wouldn't consider it like a dope ass experience that I would want to duplicate. But I did grow up on one half, there's the reason why I believe in it, is I saw my grandma and my granddaddy until he passed away.
Right.
You follow me? In the house, so I know that's the picture. That's how it's supposed to look. As a family, sitting down, eating. But when he passed away, the dynamic shift.
It should.
So my grandmama didn't want to be there, so I ate a lot on the go. We went out to eat a lot. You think about all the times y'all with me, what do? We go out to eat. Now I'm not used to sitting down, you follow me, to eat. But that's something that's very valuable to my wife, and that's something that she's used to. But I come from a culture, and what I've seen, that's not normal to me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So she desires that, and it's not saying I don't value it, but it's not as important to me. It's not as high of a standard to me because I never seen it.
You never seen.
You feel me? So now I have to adopt that and retrain myself and give that more priority so I can give that to her and also my kids. You follow me? So that's one way I believe marriages get watered down, is because of the experiences we've either seen or been around coming up in life. And sometimes you just don't understand.
How do y'all handle tough situations like when y'all at odds? Does that really come up too often?
Right. So I can truly say when there's tough times, like my husband really, he's the strong one in the relationship. Like when things get hard, he'll tell me in a minute, girl, get your head together. This not our first rodeo or something. Like as far as even when I'm getting overwhelmed with life, or even a situation we had last week, maybe like just tired, getting
life.
life.
Yeah.
You tired of the boys or asking you 50 million questions, and you're trying to do laundry, and you got a mama all in your ear. And I can't say, like, my husband, he do steps up to the plate, and he be like, hey, get you some me time, go get your nails done, petting, I got this.
Yeah.
We not perfect, and we not trying to be perfect,
Like I
Patty.
said,
But at the
everybody
end of the
perfect.
day,
It's beautiful.
our
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's
our
good
good
stuff.
outweigh our bad.
It's real love story.
Yes, and he always been like that. Like, hey, we here to stay.
Yeah.
And when we took those vows, it's really we ain't going nowhere. We gonna fight
stuck.
for our
That's
marriage.
That's
Through
good.
the good, through the
That's
bad,
good.
we're gonna
Yeah.
fight for it.
That's nice.
And I do see myself
Yeah.
till death do us part being
It
together.
meant something to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
It meant something to him too.
right.
Yeah.
And another thing, like cater to your woman. That's another, like with a lot of men now, they try to match energy. Me personally, with my husband, if we have a disagreement, he's not gonna, walk past. Yeah, he's not petty, pretty
Lord
much.
have mercy.
He's not petty. And that's probably what makes the relationship last, because it's like whenever I'm upset, there's no passing in our house, like
He
not
put his
talking.
pride
He
aside.
put his pride
He trying
to
to
the
win-
side
he trying to win his love
and
back.
win his love back. It's like, come here, baby, I'm sorry. And I find him apologizing a lot when sometimes, even when I'm in the wrong. So I've had to be more mature and apologize. Say, hey, when I'm wrong, I admit being wrong. I'll go and say, hey, baby, I was wrong. I don't mind apologizing.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. Both people, you got to fight.
That's great.
You can't have one person pulling for the love
That
and
don't
the
match
other
energy. Just because the spouse is upset, whether it's warranted or not, that doesn't mean you got to match. So that's me.
Right.
I'm King Petty. Oh, you mad? I bet you ain't madder than me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show you mad.
Oh my God, that's that toxic. Right.
Oh.
You can't do that. So
No,
that's
I
why
can't.
I
It's
say,
terrible.
as the man, women, we want to feel loved and protected.
Yeah.
That's all we want in a relationship. Men, it do not take much. Love and protected. Like, don't be matching no energy.
Man.
Whenever we have a disagreement, hey, and we passing each other, he may smack me on my booty.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Get over it.
right, get
Yeah.
over it. You know,
Right. He trying
we
to
not
change it up.
Yes, we not
trying to change
matching.
it
We
up.
not
That's the
matching
universal
energies.
love language in a relationship.
Right.
If y'all ain't smacking asses when you pass by, you need to check
Right.
your relationship.
And another thing, we try
You
not
beefing
to.
too hard then.
Right, you beefing too hard, and we not
I'm like,
going
man,
to.
now I don't
We
even
not
want-
going to bed mad.
I had on Martin Lawn. You know,
That's
you get up out of there.
right. And I tell any advice to any.
Don't match
couple.
energy. That's
Yes,
big.
do not match energy, and then do not go to bed mad at each other.
That's in the Bible.
Never.
Don't let the sun go down on your wrath.
Right. We
Now,
can
where
be.
you get that from? Who taught you that? You grew up. You said that like you grew up hearing that.
No. My mom actually, I seen my mom and dad always, like, they're never mad. No matter what the situation is, she gonna get in there, she gonna cook that food.
You feel me? She ain't gonna match the energy.
Right. Exactly.
They say life is 1090. 10% of what happens, and 90% of how you respond. Yo, I'm trying to elevate, so I'ma take the ups with the downs. Pound for pound, the greatest, God gave me the crown. Graduated from the streets, got my cap and my gown. Made mistakes on the way, but I turned them around.